Do you ever wonder how high-value men can easily get any girl to obsess over them? You often wonder if they've got a magic trick up their sleeve. It must hurt to sit on the sidelines while other guys have the ladies falling all over them. The thing is, it's quite simple to get a woman addicted to you. All you have to do is master a few tricks, and you'll be on your way to success. In this video, you'll find 12 proven tricks to make her addicted to you. Keep watching till the end so you can master this art. But before you dive into these tips, subscribe. Number 12. Leave midway. To understand this strategy, you need to imagine this scenario. Imagine you're having a conversation with this girl. She's showing interest, she's intrigued, and everything is flowing smoothly. But then, out of the blue, you drop the news. You have to leave. That, my friends, is called an exit strategy. When you leave out of the blue, you create this weird void and make her feel something's missing. It's similar to flicking a switch and leaving her feeling, well, a bit hooked. Here's the deal. To get someone hooked to you, you've got to create a sense of longing. When you pick the right time to exit a conversation, that's called nailing the exit strategy. Right when things are heating up, you slip away. This will leave her wanting more. This trick is golden, especially in places like nightclubs or parties. Mysterious? Intriguing? Leaves them desiring more? All check. Number 11. Create some distance. Now, firstly, what do we mean by distance? It's quite simple. This move is all about making yourself scarce without breaking a sweat. Essentially, what you're going to be doing here is putting some distance between you and the girl. You've got to act like she's not your top priority. You can do that in simple ways. Maybe you're taking ages to reply to her text, or straight up ignoring her in your everyday interactions. This might seem rude, but here's the thing. When you do this, she's going to be second-guessing herself big time. She'll be left wondering why you're suddenly giving her the cold shoulder. What this is going to do is plant a little seed of obsession in her brain, and before you know it, she's going to get hooked on you. Number 10. Pique her interest. Do you know what move works best for women who are used to having a parade of suitors vying for their attention? It's this one. So these women are like the kids who always get whatever they want. The thing is, when someone is used to getting everything handed to them on a silver platter, nothing really interests them anymore. We're working on the same principle here. When these women encounter a guy they can't easily charm, it's a challenge they can't resist. So they'll pull out all the stops to win you over. Do you see where we're going with this? Sometimes you have to give them a little push to pique their interest. When you show that you're not easily attainable, you stand out from the crowd of desperate suitors. Plus, you get yourself a woman who's going to be obsessed with winning you over. Number 9. Create competition anxiety. Listen carefully, because this is important. Do you know about something called competition anxiety? It's when a woman notices that other women are vying for your attention, and it makes you a hot commodity. She starts feeling this little twinge of anxiety that she might lose you to someone else. And guess what? It's a total turn-on. This feeling kicks her focus into high gear, and before you know it, she's fixated on you like never before. She'll pull out all the stops to make sure you're noticing her and try to outshine any other contenders. Number 8. Get her a little jealous. Now this is a bit of a twist on the competition angle we talked about earlier. What's difficult here is that with this trick, you're going to be a tad more upfront about it. When you're talking to the girl you're aiming to get hooked on you, all you've got to do is casually name-drop another girl. But here's the thing. Make sure you speak highly of her. For instance, you can say, "Oh, you know your friend Emily? I really like her sense of humor." You get what we're talking about? Now you might think this isn't such a big deal, but trust us, this works like a charm, especially for girls who are used to having every guy they want. Number 7. Practice detachment. Detachment is a game changer if you're looking to keep a girl addicted to you. See, a lot of guys fall into the trap of smothering their girlfriends with attention. They'll bend over backward to please her, even if it comes at the expense of their own goals and identity. But the thing is, if you're too available and too eager to please, she's going to start seeing you as a doormat, and she'll treat you like one too. If you want her to be head over heels for you, you've got to flip the script. How do you do that? For starters, every now and then, you need to give off the vibe that you're not desperate to keep her around. You have to get her to wonder if you really love her or not, and before you know it, she'll be thinking about you 24/7. Number 6. Keep your emotional investment low. When you're just getting to know a girl, don't jump the gun. Don't start picturing your entire future together. Why? Because if you start investing all your emotional energy into someone you barely know, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. The deal over here is that when you give her way more importance than she deserves at this stage, she'll feel the pressure, and this pressure is going to drive her away from you faster than anything. Relationships are all about smart investments, and if you go all in on a girl who's basically a stranger, you're making it way harder for her to get obsessed with you. Number 5. Go easy on relationship talks. Okay, with low emotional investment, you also gotta lay off the heavy relationship talk in the early days. You don't want to strip off all the mystery. It's a major turnoff. Or you'll suddenly become the guy who's way too serious about the relationship, and she'll start taking you for granted. This way, you'll lose the edge of being a challenge in her eyes. You have to show her that you're the alpha guy who's got women lined up around the block. When you show her that you're super selective, you become super irresistible. Keep her on her toes. Keep challenging her to prove she's worth it. That's how you keep her hooked and obsessing over you. Number 4. Lock eyes with her. Do you know about the power move of locking eyes with a girl? That's some serious next-level stuff. So here's the thing. When you lock eyes with her, you're going to be sending a signal straight to her brain that tells her that you're not some other dude. It's simple, but oh so effective. Just look her dead in the eyes and let the silence do the talking. If your conversation hits a lull, that's your cue to lock onto her gaze. Relax your face and body and just hold that gaze. Don't look away, and for the love of all that's holy, never ever look down. Number 3. Play hard to get. Let's talk about becoming the potential lover she can't stop thinking about. One quick way to get a girl addicted to you is by becoming a potential lover. Now, step 1 is to make sure you're not just another face in the crowd. She needs to know who you are, at the very least. However, that's just the beginning. You gotta leave a mark on her. This has gotta be something she remembers you by. Not some cheesy pickup line, but real, genuine emotion. So how do you do that? It's simple. You've gotta make her feel like the most beautiful, feminine, and unique woman in the world. Once you've laid that groundwork, start playing a little hard to get. Suddenly, she's missing you and wondering what you're thinking about. She'll start dreaming up scenarios in her head, and before you know it, she's downright obsessed with you. However, this trick only works once you've already planted those emotional seeds. If you're going to start playing hard to get a bit early, it might backfire on you completely, because you can't miss something or someone if it's never even crossed your mind. So you've got to get the timing right. Number 2. Gentle touch. Now, many men underestimate the power of physical contact when it comes to getting a girl to want you. But here's the thing. Not all touches are created equal. You need to be strategic about it. For instance, if you're giving her a compliment, don't forget to lightly touch her elbow to reinforce it. Or if you're inviting her to sit down, gently place your hand just 2 inches above her waist and guide her to the seat you have pulled out. This way, you'll create those intimate moments that'll have her craving for more. A little physical contact goes a long way in making her miss you when you're not there with her. Number 1. Be dominant. If you want to make a girl addicted to you, it's time to channel your inner dominant lion. Now this is crucial. Women are done with wishy-washy, overly sensitive guys who can't lead a pack of ants to a picnic. That's not what they're after. They want someone who exudes masculinity. Now, we don't mean that you have to be a beefed-up bodybuilder with a Santa Claus beard. However, you have to be someone who radiates strength from the inside out. Being dominant isn't about putting on a show, but about owning it deep down in your core. You take the lead, plain and simple. All you have to do is be the one making the big decisions. Guide her along the way and nurture her femininity like it's the most precious thing in the world. If you do this, you'll be like a drug to the hottest girls out there. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to drop a comment below and hit that subscribe button for more.